Hello friends and fellow fanatics, I would like to welcome you to the first episode of Unsung Legends of Kung Fu Cinema. Our intention is to give acknowledgement and recognition to the men and women in Kung Fu cinema whose contributions are often overlooked. It has always been my opinion that a Kung Fu movie would not be the same without the involvement of these individuals. After all, a movie does not just consist of a hero and a villain. There are many faces when they appear on screen are instantly recognizable to Kung Fu movie lovers, but their stories are untold. We are about to change that as we give them their flowers and the respect that they so richly deserve. We will begin this series by spotlighting a face known to Kung Fu movie lovers everywhere. He is a veteran of 117 films and has been featured in several classic Kung Fu movies for every major movie studio, and quite possibly every independent producer of Kung Fu movies. The name may seem unfamiliar to some, but the face is not. Fu family, let us give a fist palm salute to the legendary Hoi-Sang. Hoi-Sang made his first appearance in the 1974 classic Shaw Brothers film, Heroes 2, where he played a Tibetan fighter. During the next 2 years, he established what was to become his work ethic. Although he continued to work on movies produced or distributed by Shaw Brothers Studio, movies such as The Drug Addict, Big Brother Cheng, and Spiritual Boxer, he also took the time to appear in The $1 Million Snatch and Bruce Lee True Story for director Nick Yen. I personally consider 1977 to be Lee's breakout year. Here's why. His skills were on full display against the legendary Lo Lee in the opening sequence of the classic film Executioners from Shaolin. In this 2 minutes plus intro, we get a good display of his abilities, and we are also introduced to what would become one of his signature moves, his Iron Head technique. He then played a pivotal role in another classic film, Invincible Armor, in which he starred as Hulung, a man whose greed for riches and fortune creates the chaos that is the backbone of the movie. He continued to show us his diversity in Soul Brothers of Kung Fu, where he played Master Lee. Then, in He Has Nothing But Kung Fu, where he played a second in command to Chiang Tao's Boss Wang. In 1978, he further established himself as a versatile actor, featuring in 18 films that showed us his range. First, he played one of the two main antagonists alongside the late great Fong Hak-un in the movie Descendants of Wing Chun.
All right, give us for it.
And followed up with the movies Soul of the Sword, in which he had an excellent fight scene against Tai Lung. Then, in Enter the Fat Dragon, in which he used blackface to play a black character. Offensive? Let me know in the comments below. He then appeared in Dirty Tiger Crazy Frog, where he played the white-browed monk. And Warriors 2 as Iron Fist Ya Chow. But perhaps his most memorable role of that year, or maybe even ever, was as the monk Li Hai in the eternal classic film The 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Li's character once again played a pivotal role in the development of the main character, Monk Sante, played by Gordon Liu. Through the many fights they shared, we were treated to a display of Li's mastery of the butterfly knives, a main weapon of Wing Chun Kung Fu, of which he is highly regarded as a master. By 1979, Lee had become greatly respected by his peers in the movie industry. Once again, he featured in 18 films from which we were given more memorable performances, such as Kung Fu Genius, The Incredible Kung Fu Master, My Kung Fu 12 Kicks, Last Hurrah for Chivalry, and The Magnificent Butcher. In 1980, Lee cut his workload in half. Compared to the previous 2 years, he featured in just 9 films, but was still able to make his presence felt in movies such as The Young Master, The Buddha's Fist, Two Toothless Tigers, and Tower of Death. Between 1981 and 1985, Lee featured in 27 movies, many of which are now considered to be classics. As usual, he gave us memorable performances whenever he was called upon to do so. Some of those are the movies Shaolin Prince, Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang, Shaolin Intruders, Opium and the Kung Fu Master, Crazy Shaolin Disciples, and another classic intro in the movie Disciples of the 36th Chamber. "1985 brought us to the end of the golden era of Kung Fu movies. The Gun Fu era had begun. For the next 10 years, Lee featured in just 21 films, averaging no more than 3 films per year. In 1995, he officially retired from making movies to concentrate on teaching Wing Chun Kung Fu. Along with all the other evidence that I have already laid out, let me present my closing arguments. Throughout the history of Kung Fu cinema, there undoubtedly would have been thousands of actors and actresses who would have blessed us with their talents. However, they did not all leave an indelible mark on us. Hoi-Sang did. Without throwing a single kick or punch, he had that aura that always stood out in whatever role that he was given. A quality of his that I always admired was his willingness to make fun of himself. Here are some examples.
Is that a bump?
Hoi-Sang has earned the admiration and respect of his peers and Kung Fu movie lovers worldwide several times over. I have presented the case of Hoi-Sang and I have laid out the evidence before you. What the evidence clearly shows is that with the body of work that he has given us, there can be only one ruling. Hoi-Sang is undoubtedly a legend of Kung Fu cinema. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Admittedly, it did take a bit of time to put together. However, what I am about to ask of you takes much less time. To do your part to help this channel to grow, it is very important that you like, comment and share these videos. And hitting the notification bell is also important. Fellow Funatics, until the next time, may the Fu be with you.